St. John, Apostle, Latin Gate, 95, Rome. The lesson is taken from the book Against Jovinian written by St. Jerome, priest at Bethlehem. The Apostle John was one of the disciples of the Lord. There is a tradition that he was the youngest of the apostles. He was a virgin when the faith of Christ found him, and he hath remained a virgin forever. This is why he was the disciple whom Jesus loved more than any of the others, and why he leaned on Jesus' breast. When Peter, who had been married, wished to ask the Lord who it was that was about to betray him, he dared not ask for himself, but beckoned to John, that he should ask it. After the resurrection, when Mary Magdalene came and told the disciples that the Lord was risen, Peter and John ran both together to the sepulchre, but John did outrun Peter. Later on, when the apostles were on the Sea of Galilee, in a ship, fishing, Jesus stood on the shore, but the disciples knew not that it was Jesus, till virgin knew virgin, and that disciple whom Jesus loved saith unto Peter, It is the Lord. John was both an apostle, and an evangelist, and a prophet. He was an apostle, in that he wrote to the churches, as their teacher. He was an evangelist, in that he wrote one of the Gospels, the like whereto was not done by any other of the 12 apostles, save Matthew. He was a prophet, in that when he was in the Isle of Patmos, whither he had been banished by Domitian on account of his uplifting of his testimony for the Lord, he saw there that apocalypse which containeth such unfathomable mysteries concerning things which shall be hereafter. Tertullian also saith that when he was at Rome, he was put into a vessel of boiling oil, but that he came out cleaner and healthier than he went in. There is a great difference between his gospel and the 3 others. Matthew beginneth to write as of a man, the book of the generation of Jesus Christ, the son of David, the son of Abraham. Luke's first words of history relate to the priesthood of Zacharias. Mark commenceth with the prophecies of Malachi and Isaiah. The first hath the face of a man, with an human genealogy. The second hath the face of a calf, being a victim offered by priests. The third hath the face of a lion, even the voice of one crying in a wilderness, Prepare ye the way of the Lord, make his path straight. But the John of whom I write is like a flying eagle, whose kingly flight beareth him up above earth-gathered clouds, an eagle that wingeth his way toward the Father himself, and which crieth, In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Amen. The lesson is taken from the Holy Gospel according to St. Matthew. At the time, came to Jesus the mother of Zebedee's children, with her sons, worshipping him, and desiring a certain thing of him. And so on. Homily by St. Jerome, priest at Bethlehem. Whence had the mother of Zebedee's children gotten her idea of the Lord's kingdom? He had but just said, The Son of Man shall be betrayed unto the chief priests and unto the scribes, and they shall condemn him to death, and shall deliver him to the Gentiles to mock, and to scourge, and to crucify him. He had told his trembling disciples of the outrages that awaited him in his passion. And yet that mother came to him to ask for her sons a share in the glory of his triumph. I think it was because the Lord, after he had said all the rest, had said also, And the 3rd day he shall rise again. The woman supposed that after his resurrection his kingdom would immediately be established, and that would be fulfilled at his first coming, which is promised at his second. And so, with womanly haste, she forgetteth the future, and catcheth at the present. It was the mother who asked, but the Lord addressed his answer to the disciples, understanding that she had made her prayer in obedience to their wishes. Are ye able to drink of the cup that I shall drink of? From God's written word we gather that by this cup, he meant the passion, touching the which we read that he said, O my Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Likewise is it written in the 115th Psalm, I will take the cup of salvation, and call upon the name of the Lord. And what that life-giving cup was, the words which soon follow tell us, Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. The question ariseth, how the 2 sons of Zebedee, James namely and John, drank of the cup of contention even unto blood against sin, seeing that though we know by the Scriptures that Herod the king killed James the brother of John with a sword, yet John ended his earthly life by a natural death. But if we read the records of the Church, we shall find there told how that John, on account of his testifying to the truth, was cast into a vessel of boiling oil, and although the holy champion came out unhurt and continued his pilgrimage here for a while longer, before he received his crown from Christ's hand, being straightway banished into the Isle of Patmos, yet we see that he had the soul of a martyr, and drank the same cup of martyrdom that was drunk by the 3 children in the burning fiery furnace, albeit the persecutor did not actually shed his blood. Amen. Benedicat vos omnipotens Deus, Pater, et Filius, et Spiritus Sanctus. Amen.